Hello, chasers! Those of us who have kids, particularly young ones old enough to believe in Santa and the magic of Christmas, or will be surrounded by them via family or friends at Christmas time, will at some point in time be confronted by the real big question when it comes to answering their questions about Santa and whether he's real. I know in our house growing up it was taboo to even go there, as I had 4 younger siblings, being the third eldest in a household of 7 kids. For some parents, that will be soon, as Christmas looms and some annoying kid at school has already told them that Santa doesn't exist. Today's episode is about how to deal with the time when the deep dark secret about the reality of Santa must come out, and the secret Santa. So let's dive into this episode. When you think back to your childhood at Christmas time, did you conjure up the wonderful feelings? Presents under the Christmas tree, candy sticks hanging up in stockings, Christmas lights and decorations, and of course the big fella himself, Santa. Then came the darkest of days, the day you found out he wasn't real. So, how do you tell your kids without them totally freaking out and yelling at you about being a big fat liar, and keeping them from spilling the secret to their younger siblings? One clever mum has posted a great idea on Facebook that has been lapped up by other parents on social media. When Charity Hutchinson, herself a mum of 2 young boys who are close to discovering the truth, saw something in a friend's Facebook feed, it sparked an idea. She decided to share the plan with others on how to handle the question, is Santa real? This is by far the best idea I've seen about telling your kids about Santa, she wrote. In our family, we have a special way of transitioning the kids from receiving from Santa to becoming a Santa. This way, the Santa construct is not a lie that gets discovered, but an unfolding series of good deeds and Christmas spirit. When they are 6 or 7, whenever you see that dawning suspicion that Santa may not be a material being, that means the child is ready. I take them out for coffee at the local wherever. We get a booth, order our drinks, and the following pronouncement is made. You sure have grown an awful lot this year. Not only are you taller, but I can see that your heart has grown too. Now point out 2 or 3 examples of empathetic behaviour, consideration of people's feelings, good deeds, etc., that the kid has done in the past year. In fact, your heart has grown so much that I think you are ready to become a Santa Claus. You probably have noticed that most of the Santas you see are people dressed up like him. Some of your friends might have even been told that there is no Santa. A lot of children think that because they aren't ready to be a Santa yet, but you are. Tell me the best things about Santa. What does Santa get for all his trouble? Lead the kids from cookies to the good feeling of having done something for someone else. Well, now you are ready to do your first job as a Santa. Make sure you maintain the proper conspiratorial tone. We then have the child choose someone they know, a neighbour usually. The child's mission is to secretly and deviously find out something that the person needs, and then provide it, wrap it, deliver it, and never reveal to the target where it came from. Being a Santa isn't about getting credit, you see. It's an unselfish giving. My oldest chose the witch lady on the corner. She really was horrible. Had a fence around the house and would never let the kids go in and get a stray ball or frisbee. She'd yell at them to play quieter, etc. A real pill. He noticed when he drove to school that she came out every morning to get her paper in bare feet. So he decided she needed slippers. So then he had to go spy and decide how big her feet were. He hid in the bushes one Saturday and decided she was a medium. We went to Kmart and bought warm slippers. He wrapped them up and tagged it, "Merry Christmas from Santa." After dinner one evening, he slipped down to her house and slid the package under her driveway gate. The next morning, we watched her waddle out to get the paper, pick up the present and go inside. My son was all excited and couldn't wait to see what would happen next. The next morning, as we drove off, there she was, out getting her paper, wearing the slippers. He was ecstatic. I had to remind him that no one could ever know what he did, or he wouldn't be a Santa. Over the years, he chose a good number of targets, always coming up with a unique present just for them. One year, he polished up his bike, put a new seat on it, and gave it to one of our friend's daughters. These people were and are very poor. We did ask the dad if it was okay though. The look on her face when she saw the bike on the patio with a big bow on it was almost as good as the look on my son's face. When it came time for number 2 son to join the ranks, my oldest came along and helped with the induction speech. They are both excellent gifters, by the way, and never felt that they had been lied to because they were let in on the secret of being a Santa. How awesome is this idea? I love the idea about teaching kids about giving and sharing with others at a young age too. So, whilst this post isn't business related, you can still apply the principles of being a Secret Santa to someone in need, a charity looking to make a difference, especially at this time of the year, or a lonely elderly person in need of some company or cheering up. How could you use this idea in your family and small business this Christmas? Thank you for listening. I'm Chris Becks, and I look forward to bringing you another episode soon.
If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the Chasers channel, we would love you to share it with your business friends and colleagues, post about it on social media, or leave a rating and review. To catch all the latest from CBEX Business Solutions for Good, follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/CBEX, Instagram at CBEX, and on the internet at cbex.com. Thanks again, and we'll be sharing new info with you on our next episode.